We are live on Facebook. Hello, warm greetings to you, Coach Matamok. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to speak on purpose, profits, and purpose, profits leadership webinar. It's so amazing having you here. We have hosted so many people from UK, from US, from Nigeria, and other parts of African countries. And it's such an honor to have you, a professional in the field, to speak today on building self-confidence in leadership roles. So let me introduce you briefly to our audience who will be watching the pre-recorded video. I want to welcome you all to today's session. And here with us, we have Matamok, an internationally recognized confidence business coach dedicated to empowering business women to achieve their full potential. She is an entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and author. Mata combines her extensive expertise as a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming with insight from over 40 relationship courses. This unique blend of knowledge enables her to guide women in understanding self-love, navigating modern dating, and building strong relationships. Driven by her mission that no woman should ever suffer in silence. Martha draws from her personal experiences, and her resilience and genuine personality resonate deeply with her clients, inspiring them to build confidence, discover their self-worth, and achieve a harmonious balance in business, family, and relationships. So we can say Martha Mock is a professional of interpersonal and organizational communications. Martha's profound life experience and business acumen makes her a beacon of strength and a catalyst for positive change in the lives of countless women and coaches. In addition to her coaching, Martha runs the Yale the Girl 40 Plus community, a platform offering support to women over 40 regardless of their financial situation. So you can follow her on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and all the social media platforms with the name Matamok. Matamok will be speaking to us today. So let's celebrate her. Thank you so much, Matamok, for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much for having me today. It's such an honor to be here and going to share what is confidence look like with your audience today.
Thank you. So I'm going to leave the
Thank
stage for you.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, Esther, for a beautiful introduction. My name is Martha Mock. I'm a confidence coach from Super Confidence Coaching. What does that mean? Does that mean that I'm perfect? Does that mean that I'm this person that who's always in a leadership role? Does that mean that I am have no fear? Today's session is about sharing the truth, the ugly, and something that you may not realize of how to be a leader. So, without further ado, allow me to start. So, from my life, of course, everyone has two different sides, isn't it? We have a professional side where you're looking at me right now, all dressed up today, but of course, there is a personal side. So allow me to start with my professional side, okay? So I'm a multi-award-winning international makeup artist for over 19 years. I'm very grateful that to have such a beautiful career in the beauty industry. I have become a beauty college principal. I have also have done a lot of different expo speaking as well as judging makeup competition. So that was my core bread and butter. But before I went into the makeup industry, I was a supervisor of marketing for an international company in Hong Kong. Yes, I'm from Hong Kong myself. That have been many, many years. And during COVID time, as you know, a lot of us have to thrive, to do something different, to actually help us out during the lockdown. So what have I done? I decided to actually go onto the online space, knowing nothing about technology, knowing nothing about social media. I have to learn what is the difference between a funnel and a tunnel. And it took me about 2 years to understand that. Yep, I'm just like you, someone that who won't give up and just keep going. So that in my professional side, I am also an NLP master practitioner. I love using neural linguistic programming in my coaching because I believe when we can shift our belief, we can change our behavior. And when we realize that there is a lot more inside of us, we can also build that confidence back. So that is my professional side. So now, some truth, some vulnerability, something to share with you about my personal side. So I was in an abusive marriage for over 19 years. Why would I stay in a marriage that was loveless and abusive? I've been coming from an Asian background. We've been told from a young age a woman should just shut up, be the wife, be the daughter, be the sister that the society want us to be. So what did it got me? It turned me into someone that who suffer in silence, who were too scared, too afraid, too ashamed to even ask for help. I remember at my peak of my career, no one would know what is hiding behind this smiley face. No one will know the emptiness, the rotten feeling, and the loneliness I felt as a woman in leadership. Have you ever felt that way? Yes, us women that who feel like that we have to pretend everything is okay, that we have to pretend that we got it, we have this. All those pretending makes you feel like that you completely lost yourself. And what else actually creeped up? The imposter syndromes. All of those thinking that, oh, what if one day people find out that I'm not as good as what I told them, man? Without realizing that, hey, you got here because you got the good skills. You got here because you have the talent. But because of what you're facing at home, because of what you're facing in your life, all that shine has been diminished. And thinking that every single day, you just have to fake it till you make it. Was that you? Did you resonate with what I said? I understand a lot of us women, especially in a leadership role or in business, we always feel like that we can't be vulnerable. We have to show up as the top of the world. Otherwise, people will look down on me. Today's session is I wanted to show you why you don't have to be perfect to be confident. So let's start off with what is confidence? What is confidence to you? What do you feel like a confident person should have? For me, it was actually a lot more simpler than what you may be thinking. For me, it is about how to be silly, how to be fun, how to be awkward, and how to be just this person you see here. Someone that who don't mind if I have makeup or not. Yes, even though I'm a makeup artist, I don't mind that to actually share who I am and the journey that I have been through. If you are running an online business, you probably will notice that the online space require a lot of authenticity. Yes, those days that you use fake photos and also all the touch-up filter and things like that, they're starting to be phased out. A lot more people enjoy knowing who you are and how you actually do it. So that's when your confidence come in. And this is what you need to be confident, to accept all your flaws, to accept who you are, and to stand in front of a mirror and say, hey, yeah, I'm getting older. Yes, I'm 46 this year. And I'm like, you know what? I may be the heaviest I ever been as well in my life. But guess what? I finally learned something. I finally learned to love this person as she is. Yes, I may have a few more wrinkle and shines. Yes, I may gain a little bit of weight the here and there. But I am in the peak of my life because I'm doing what I love, sharing confidence with people. Doesn't matter who you are, confidence is always inside of you. Yes, you may be scared about showing up. Yes, you may be told that you're not good enough. It is because all of those name, title, belief, and perception that the world have put on you, making you feel like that you're not good enough. But that's not who you are. This fun, creative, awkward, weird, gorgeous person is who you are. That is you. This imperfect you is what's so special about you. I even went that far into saying, okay, as a confident woman or as a confident person, realize this. Only you can produce a certain chemical that comes out of your body. And even when you do it, realize that that is only you can produce that. So be proud of it. All your action that you do, all the service that you provide, you're the only one who can do it. Yes, other people may try to copy you, try to stimulate what you have done, but they are not you. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from business owner is that fear of, oh, there is so many competition around. Competition have always been there. Look at down on your street, how many restaurants do you see that are the same thing? How many barber, how many hairdresser, how many bread shop they are in on one street? And they're all surviving well. Why is that? Because they are doing their own thing. They're happy with who they are, and they will attract the person that will align with them and support their business. That's why when we're overcoming this fear about not being confident enough to be able to compete in the market or having a competitive edge in who you are, this is something that you have to realize. Only you can produce this chemical. Only you can produce your goodness. And when you realize that, that's when you truly shine. Beside business things that I do, I also run a community for women over 40 called Yeah the Girl 40 Plus. We have an Australian group as well as an overseas worldwide group. I love being able to help others. And the truth is, I only got the group about 7 months ago, but we grow from 4,000 people to 24,000 people as of today. It was so much hard work. One of the hardest things that I have to go through as being the community captain and the leader of the group is I realized that there is so many different people around. And some people with the right education and right mindset, they will support you to achieve this goal. But there are also a lot of people not in the right mindset, not have the right education. They will develop their different perception. So what do? Find the people who align with you and release all the other person that is not aligned with you. Yes, I know, I hear you. Especially those of us who are in management and leadership roles. How hard it is to let someone go when you're such a beautiful, compassionate person, isn't it? This is how I got over it. I got over it by realizing, hey, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I doing this? What is my purpose? What is my drive? What is my direction? When I realize that I am wanting this community, I'm wanting this business, I'm wanting this leadership position that I'm in, it is because of certain goal. So once you're very clear about that goal that you have, then you will build up strategies to support that goal and to achieve it. For example, with my group that have so many different types of women in there, I learned to use the ban and the block button. It's fantastic because I can release those people that who doesn't align with me back to the universe and wishing them love and light. No hard feelings whatsoever. And that's great because you do not want to take the time of those people who doesn't align with you, and you don't want them to take the time of your beautiful energy. Remember, in this world everything is about energy and exchange. When you are giving something, you are getting something in return. And as the boss of ourselves, we have to learn to accept what kind of energy and what kind of service do we want. Yes, it's all about us. This is the time to realize that you are important, you are worthy, you are the reason behind all of these things that you are doing. Without you, nothing will be the same. So realize that you are allowed to shine. Yes, there will be an anti Martha group outside, I'm sure. Yes, I know that there will be people who are not aligned with you, not believing in your goals, not believing in your dream, and not believing in your mission. But remember, there's so many other people outside. So when you realize that what you're doing is coming from the inside and coming from the goodness of your heart, I'm sure the universe will guide you to the right people, to be seen with the right people, so you can achieve your goal a lot better. I remember after COVID, it was a tough period for a lot of us. And I have to go and learn to become an online coach in the online sing space. And it was hard because social media and technology wasn't my thing. I have to learn everything from the start. And now, from those learning, I realized that, you know what? I've been calling myself a technology dummy, and I probably still will. But I can start building funnel, my own website. I understand how the AI system work, how to actually get all those leads in, how to actually package everything together, how to actually trigger the algorithm, how to actually get everyone engaged, how to actually provoke people that to the point that people are actually making a healthy conversation. So, what do I use to maintain the workplace or the community harmony? I set out very tough rules. Okay. What do I mean by that is I have two things about in my like 24,000 people community. I said that there's only two things I ask for everyone: being respectful and not judgmental. Trust me, it's hard to do because we all brought up from different environment. We all have different education and we all have different perception and understanding. Except that not everyone will support your dream and goals, and that's completely okay. My goal for our community is to become an educational platform for women. Doesn't matter their financial status, they can come in and get expert advice, not just from their next door neighbor, but from someone who have the training, who have the understanding, and who has the wristband to support you. Because as we all know, we build our belief based on what we have experienced, what we've seen other people do, and what other people have told us they experience. That's how our belief is formed. So, by creating a safe community for everyone to express themselves, for everyone to know how to learn to be more polite when and respectful in communicating with others, and I certainly lead that by example. I show people how to have a good, healthy discussion with people, even they don't agree with you, because we're all allowed to have our own ideas. We're all allowed to have our own opinion. It's never about, oh, it's not my way, then it's the highway. That's just being disrespectful. And that's not fun. And if you are a leader, if you are in a leadership management, yes, I probably will be really good, like buy me chocolates and cakes, and I probably will be very happy. But if you want to be truly loved and supported by your team, the most important thing you need to give them is respect, and stop judging. Stop giving those unfair criticism. Okay, you can always say such what's it called, constructive criticism. Yes, some of them we can give, but also learn how to say it with kindness. One of my pet hate is seeing people using the word I'm right, this is my opinion, this is correct, and they disregard everyone else feeling. They disregard everyone else what they're saying, and they become this egotistic person that has to be right. What is the benefit of that? Yes, you may get your ego filled up, but everyone else will look at you in a different light. They realize you're not compassionate. They realize you don't have any kind of empathy for others. They also realize that this person do not care about anyone else but themselves. Yes, that little win from your righteousness will help you to lose their respect faster than the world runner. So what do we do instead? Especially for those of you who are in a leadership and management area, you need to understand respect has to be earned. How to earn it is by being fair, by being compassionate, by knowing when to exercise empathy, but also how to build authority and and also non-judgmental. Those are some of the key points of being a good leader. And understand this, not everyone is made to be a leader. Some people are very good at and happy just leading others. Like I have some beautiful staff member that is working with me, and they're happy in that role because they don't want to take the blunt of the force. Yes, those of us in management and leadership position, we understand it's not nice. Okay, we have to face a lot of the difficult decision. We have to make sure that we try to keep everyone as calm and harmony as possible. And we also realize that, hey, a lot of the times we self-judge, we self-criticize, and we also self-doubt because we're just human, and every single human do it. Doesn't matter how confident they seem they are at one position, we just simply cannot be confident in everything. There will be one area that you find that you may be lacking on, but you're too scared to let people know. So it is because of all of that that you need to understand your strength, your power, so you can excel in what you're good at and pull power from people that who are more excel in you, and lower your egotistic feeling and let others to support you in what you do. Let others to actually show others the respect when they do support you. Don't put yourself down, but just let them talk, let them say something, because that is the only way that you can get the respect from people. And I'm also talking about authority. Authority doesn't mean that you have to be the boss all the time, but you have to be the boss in making the decision, organizing, because that's what you've been paid to do. That's the truth. You cannot accept an entry level staff to come in and start doing your stuff because they don't have the training for it. So take that understanding of what you're good at. You're good at organization. You're good at looking at people's strengths and weaknesses. You're good at actually making sure that people have harmony. All of those things are the good thing of you, and that help you become the leader that you become. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Never be scared of that. Compassion, okay, and empathy. Being a good person, I think one of my biggest fear is to let other people call me egotistic bitch. Okay, it's a very, very harsh term, and I sometimes find that yes, I do have to make difficult decision, but I will do it with respect as well. And if they don't understand, that's not your problem. Let me tell you that right now. It's not your problem. You have said what you have to say, you have done what you have done, and you have shown fairness. And that's enough. Okay? Compassion and empathy doesn't mean that you need to lower yourself and just let them walk all over you. That's what one of the big mistake that a lot of leaders does. They keep thinking that, oh, I don't want to be the bad person, and it affect their leadership because it affected their judgment level into how to support the team better. Sometimes it's true at management position, you need to know how to make those tough calls so you can become this person that they can look up to when things happen. So that's my sharing here for today. Esther, if you are available, feel free to come out. And if there's any questions that you'd like to ask me, feel free to let me know as well.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think put up my video to manage the internet connection here.
Yeah, that's
All
fine. That's
right.
okay.
Thank you. Leadership to build self-confidence in leadership roles. According to your teachings, one of the things we have to change is our mindset. Then,
Yes.
secondly, we have to be our authentic self, and
Yes.
we have to love ourselves for who we are, believe
Hmm.
in ourselves, and be confident that there is a certain aura, you call it chemical, that only comes from us. That's
Yes.
very impressive. And you spoke about setting clear goals, as this will help us build that confidence in exercising
Mm.
our responsibilities as leaders. And
Yes.
lastly, you differentiated the different. You gave this deep and specialized difference between arrogance and confidence, and you
Yes.
encourage us to be respectful instead of being arrogant. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I wanted to ask few questions, but during your teachings, you've answered the questions. So I'm just going to ask two questions.
Sure.
The first one is, how do we manage self-doubt and overcome imposter syndrome?
How
You know,
do we? Yes.
when you were teaching, you spoke about imposter syndrome, trying to fake things until we become things. We don't
Mm,
have to be that in order
mm,
to appear confident to people. So
mm,
how do we manage self-doubt and
mm,
overcome the problem of imposter syndrome?
mm. Okay, to answer your question of how to overcome imposter syndrome, the first thing that we need to know is what are we lacking? Because once we find out what we are lacking, then we can do something about it. Because if it is what we are lacking is skill, so we can go and actually work overtime to learn that skill. If we are missing certain resources, we need to know how to actually go and search that resources so we can actually overcome the fear that we have. Imposter syndrome come from the fact that we feel like we have to fake it till we make it. It is also a misunderstanding of what we are good at and what we're not good at. So when we understand where those fear come from, what is missing, and to fill that thought, that fill that hole and fill those gap of missing skill, talent, and action. That's how you overcome those fear and become more trusting in yourself. A lot of the times that in a leadership position, a lot of us have that skill and that mindset. We just don't believe it. So when we don't believe it, no matter all the other people will tell you and makes you turn like they can say it till their face turn blue and you still not believe it. So ask yourself that question: what am I missing? What are the things that I'm lacking? And I will look at all my resources so I can actually improve that point.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. All right, the second question is, you spoke about being our authentic self as leaders, even if we want to be silly or fun. So there is this misconception that leaders do not have to be vulnerable, and when you're vulnerable, they see you as a weak leader. So most of the time, some of these leaders become depressed because
Mm,
there is nobody to tell about your pains, and you
yeah,
cry in the bedroom. Nobody will understand you because they see you as a strong person. So,
yeah.
in what situation can leaders exhibit vulnerability?
I believe that this is when a time that they need a coach, okay? We all need someone to be able to speak with so that we can actually offload all the things that we have in our mind. So if we can't actually all over it, it's all going to stay here and that won't be very good for the leader. And you also mentioned that, oh, how a leader, it must be seen as strong. It is true in a sense, but understand the difference between strong authority and vulnerability. Vulnerability is super attractive if you know how to use it. It's not about being the ranger, it's not about playing victim. It is about understanding, yes, I have done that. I have that experience. Yes, that was my mistake and I learned from it. That's the difference. That would turn that vulnerability into a strength. And guess what? All the other people you're trying to attract, they are that person that they see you were. That's why they're attracted to you. You understand their pain. Instead of being this person on the top that doesn't even know what's going on, you come out as a leader that actually understand other people's suffering. But then you need to work on your authority. Yes, you can be friends with workmates and all of that. There's no problem. But understand this baseline in the workplace. A workplace is about getting the bums on seat, revenue, target meet. That's what a business is. Okay. I don't expect people in work that can just in a workplace, not private time, can build up this such trust in there and support. Okay. I'm being very, very honest here. Don't expect that in the workplace. Okay. Expect that in your outside circle. Yes, she can be your workmate. And then after that, you spend time to actually build up with her. But in a workplace sense, you will be flipped off, turn around by a minute or a second as soon as the other person is threatened. And if it's between you and them, guess what? It's better you than me. So always remember where you're at when you're in a work situation. Look after yourself first. I'm not saying to be selfish and not considerate. Consider, but you are there to protect yourself. No one else will. Don't ever imagine anyone else will protect you. You got to have something to give to someone that they see you as a value before they will protect you. This is the reality of business world. This is logistic. This is what a man think. Okay. It's us women here a lot of the times that we feel like that, oh, I'm the bad person. Then it makes it very hard to make those tough choices and decisions. But to be honest, female leader in the workplace a lot more stronger than what a lot of men have done. But we've been labeled egotistic, bitch boss, not understanding all those tough label where my men do it all the time, and then they call good leadership. He is strong. All of those things. So I think it's time to change, to show our vulnerability, as well as showing us that, hey, authority. I have authority in what I do because I don't mind making a mistake. I'll learn from it and everyone can follow me. Whoever make a mistake in their life, follow me. This is exactly what I would do. That's the difference. You're building authority. At the same time, you're being a human that they can relate to. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much. I haven't heard this in a decade. I've been reading books on leadership, but they'll keep giving us that image that a leader is a strong person, even the concept of strong woman, strong woman, strong woman. thank you so much. Expressing confidence does not negate being vulnerable as a leader. Thank you so much for projecting that thought. I suggest you write a book on that.
I did. I actually did write a
I
few books about it too.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. So you can share those resources with me. So I share it on Facebook on and WhatsApp so people get to read it. Thank you so much for sharing that thought. And another thing you shared that is peculiar to you is the fact that a confident person assume a chemical, and that chemical is that energy that differentiates us from another. I would like to call that chemical our personal aura, that aura we have as individuals that make people differentiate our personalities from other people. It's so amazing having you here, and seriously, you made my day. Thank you so much. It,
Oh,
yeah, it's
I
morning here
always
in
say that.
Nigeria, and I
Yeah,
believe, yeah, it's
yeah.
morning here in Nigeria, and I believe it's evening. It's almost 8 p.m. where you are. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your dedication and commitment to this webinar. Thank you for giving us your time. Uh, we appreciate you, and we do not take this opportunity for granted.
No, I really appreciate the opportunity to share and come and actually let people know, hey, you know what? You don't need to be perfect to be a leader. You don't need to be perfect to be confident. All you have to do is to accept yourself for who you are, realize that you're amazing, believe that you can do it, and most importantly, trust in yourself because you already proven to yourself you can. You just need to realize it, believe in it, and trust in it.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you about your final word for the audience, especially young ones, youth. What's your final word for young ones, young women who are starting out in their career as leaders?
I would highly recommend anyone, doesn't matter what age we are, to learn the power of asking. Back in my days that when I was suffering, I thought that I was the only one that can face this. I cannot anyone know, cannot let anyone know of my suffering. I cannot ask for help. I cannot ask for support. I cannot ask for the resources. That was one of the biggest life learning I have ever made. That when I ask for help, the universe will always bring us what we need. When I ask for support, my result will be a lot better. And when I ask for help, not everyone will look at you as a victim. They will look at you and then support you in the way you need it. So, if there's one thing that I can leave with everyone here today, is to learn the power of asking. Ask for help, ask for support, and go and do your research and analyze of that person before you jump on board. Okay, yes, there's a lot of people that with different mindset and different goal, so find the right person to support you. Not everyone will gel together. Remember that. And it's completely okay. It's not your fault, it's not their fault, it's just a misalignment. So ask those people who are aligned with you and to support you in the journey of becoming this powerful, successful, confident leader that you're meant to be.
Thank you so much, Ma. Your teachings are amazing. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for sharing these amazing tips for success in business and personal
Thank you for having me.
relationship in our events. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Yo. Yeah, if you're watching the pre-recorded video, kindly follow Matamilk on different social media platforms to get access to our resources or join our community on Facebook.